Hello again, everyone. In the last lesson, we talked about Bootstrap Carousel as a component so that we can prepare slideshows. Now, in this lesson, we're going to add slideshows into our project. Now, since the last lesson was already talking about certain details, I have already prepared code in this HTML file. So why don't we just go over the code if you want. Then we can start preparing the CSS code. So first of all, here's a new section, and I've used the testimonials ID. And in this section, I use the text center to center the articles and the py5 class to have space for the other sections. And I created one container, one row, and one column. I'm using the column medium 8 class here, and we use MX auto class so that it gets centered. Now, unlike our previous lesson, we will use the carousel area. We're going to make it a little smaller. So we're going to want our page to use this much. All right, so we used column medium 8. Now, here for the carousel area, I'll use my carousel ID. Now, as you know, the ID we use here is very important to provide the other area connections. For example, we'll use this ID for the indicator section here. Then there is the carousel inner class. So we add items here. So I've added 3 slides. I've added separate photos for each, and there are text fields. And I'll use the image FLUIT class for the image. And I used the carousel caption class for the articles and added the articles to it. And here we've added 3 slides. Cool. And then finally, I place a control section here. And I've added our ID here again. And that's all of our HTML code. So there you have it. It's a basic tour of our basic functionality. We provide transitions on our slides, photos and text change as the slides change. That's how you set it up. And yeah, you can see the slideshow is ready and it's prepared just the way that we expect it to be. And our work is actually progressing pretty quickly. So now, like I said earlier, you don't need to memorize the class names, the structures. Just check out the Bootstrap documentation section. Review similar web structures, then check out the pages that will improve you and try to write lots of code. For example, when you're browsing a page, when you think about the section code, you can examine it in Chrome. Just say inspect. And it'll all be very useful for your own development. All right? So I want to see you in the next lesson. We're going to take this a step further.